But when it comes to the Israel and Jew things, I think Qatar, if you look at Qatar spent nearly £750 million in funding Islamic organisations across Europe. Radical jihadist mindset. Qatar are behind it. They've been allowed to buy every port in our country. They own half of London. Our politicians have sold their souls to Qatar. Yeah, and Qatar come in. Now, what Qatar used to do, and these countries used to do, they used to fund little charities, Islamic charities, and they'd fund them to be on the streets calling for dawah. Well, that's gone. What is influential now? Influencers. Sneako.
Let me back this up. Guys, you have to understand this point. He's making a very important point. So he's talking about Qatar buying up Great Britain, buying up their ports. Qatar is like taking over the UK by constantly buying things, buying properties, taking over everything, supermarkets, things like that. They're buying them and owning them, and they're slowly taking it over. And he says, back in the day, I'll rewind this, but you have to get this point. If you go back 10 or 15 years, if you wanted to spread Islam, you'd fund dawah guys preaching on the streets, right? Dawah guys going to Speaker's Corner. So are these guys being funded by Qatar? I don't know, but that's how you would have done it 10 or 15 years ago. And he points out it's way more effective now to pay influencers to promote Islam for you. The day of the dawah guy, preaching on the street, walking around on the street, hey, convert to Islam, having a dawah booth. That's nothing compared to something like a Lily J or an Andrew Tate or a Sneako. Converting to Islam and then using the huge platform to spread Islam. So they have a much more effective way of doing that now. But anyway, back up a little bit. There's an important point to get, so get this point.
Used to do, and these countries used to, they used to fund little charities, Islamic charities, and they'd fund them to be on the streets calling for dawah. Well, that's gone. What is influential now? Influencers. Okay? Sneako. I watched Sneako convert to Islam, yeah? I don't know why he's converted to Islam. He's gay. So he's converted to Islam. Well, I've watched a video from him saying, well, I wasn't sure if I was gay or not, yeah? If you're not sure if you're gay or not, Sneako, you're gay, yeah?
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. How crazy is that?
That was hilarious.
I don't know why he converted to Islam. He's gay. Wait, he's gay? Yeah, he said he doesn't know if he's gay. Sneako, if you don't know if you're gay, you're gay. Going back a little bit, because that's legend status right there, that little bit.
For dawah. Well, that's gone. What is influential now? Influencers. Okay? Sneako. I watched Sneako convert to Islam, yeah? I don't know why he's converted to Islam. He's gay. So he's converted to Islam. Sneako's gay. Well, I've watched a video from him saying, well, I wasn't sure if I was gay or not, yeah? If you're not sure if you're gay or not, Sneako, you're gay, yeah? It's pretty simple.
He said very simple. What's funny is he just seemed like he was going to just brush right past. I don't know why he went to Islam. He's gay. And it seems like he was just going to go on as if nothing had happened. And Patrick, like, what? Oh, yeah, he's gay. Oh, man. This is funny.
To Islam. Sneako's gay. Well, I've watched a video from him saying, well, I wasn't sure if I was gay or not, yeah? If you're not sure if you're gay or not, Sneako, you're gay, yeah? It's pretty simple, okay? That's what his words, not mine. So I'm just going by his words, yeah?
Look at PBD going. PBD's sitting there going, this is a good point. This is a good point. Let me get Sneako on here to talk about his sexual orientation.
What is influential now? Influencers, okay? Sneako. I watched Sneako convert to Islam, yeah? I don't know why he's converted to Islam. He's gay. So he's converted to Islam. Sneako's gay. Well, I've watched a video from him saying, well, I wasn't sure if I was gay or not, yeah? If you're not sure if you're gay or not, Sneako, you're gay, yeah? It's pretty simple, okay? That's what his words, not mine. So I'm just going by his words, yeah? But I watched Sneako, and then he converts to Islam because it's become trendy. Remember, people like us telling the truth about Islam, we were attacked and silenced. And then Islam comes in with all its money, and it becomes very trendy, yeah? And it becomes trendy because all the money's coming and funding it.
Did you catch that, guys? So one, you can become, some of these influencers can convert to Islam because it's trendy, right? It's trendy. It's just this thing. Oh, here's a good way to get a bunch of attention. But he's also pointing out it's becoming trendy because nations like Qatar and Saudi Arabia are pouring money into it. So there's a ton of money there. There's a ton of money to make it trendy. Meaning if you want to jump on board, if you want to get on the trend, it's actually in your financial best interest.
Sneako converts, and then he goes and makes some video in Saudi Arabia, very well produced video. He's drawing the American youth. You need to wake up in America. Yeah. The same with Andrew Tate. Okay? Ooh. These people, in my...
Catch that? Same with Andrew Tate. Same with Andrew Tate. Same with Andrew Tate. Calling him out. Calling him out.
In Saudi Arabia, very well produced video. He's drawing the American youth. You need to wake up in America. Yeah. The same with Andrew Tate. Okay. These people, in my view, so many of the people, I see these TikTokers now after October 7th. Yeah. I saw a black TikToker in America.
I wonder what happened. There was a time where Tommy was actually he was actually planning on getting an interview with Andrew Tate, and I don't think that it would be difficult for him to have that interview.
He says it here.
To have a history. Oh, he does it?
He says he wants to have a discussion with Andrew and sort of like try and figure some of this stuff out.
Because from what I remember, it was set up and he was waiting for it to happen. He even had a date or something set up, but then it didn't happen. I don't know what happened around that time.
Yeah, I don't know either. But he's gonna talk about that here in a minute. How he'd like to actually talk to Andrew about some of this stuff. Which that would be an interesting discussion. They're both well spoken, but in different ways. They both can go kind of rapid fire and stuff. So it would be I think it'd be huge, especially if they start talking about Islam, because Tommy knows about 10,000 times more than Andrew Tate does about Andrew Tate's religion that he reverted to. But on Islam, Tate would get completely crushed and I would suspect exposed. I have to say, now that Tate knows that Tommy's willing to call him out for you getting paid to say this stuff, I can't imagine Tate actually going through with it unless he let Tommy know beforehand, here are things you cannot bring up in this discussion. But I can't imagine Tate walking into this in a free-for-all discussion with Tommy Robinson on this issue when Tommy's willing to call him out for this stuff.